Our motoring tip of the week concerns standard transmissions. If you buy a performance car or a sporty car, it really does beg to be a standard transmission. But a lot of drivers are pushed away from standard transmissions and select automatics because they don't want to deal with some of the negative things that come with a standard transmission. Now, believe me, once you learn a standard and you get it down pat, you'll love it and you won't want to go back to automatics. But a lot of people have just gone away from standards because of a couple of problems. One, stalling in traffic. So when you're stuck in stop and go traffic, it's easy to stall the engine. The other is rolling back on a hill. So if you're positioned on a hill, stopped, somebody pulls up behind you, when traffic pulls away, there's the tendency to roll back. Once the vehicle gains rearward momentum, a stall is almost a given, and you're worried about hitting that car behind you. So it just freaks out so many drivers, they stay away from standards. And when you look at the sales numbers, the numbers for standard transmission cars have gone right in the tank. They've almost disappeared. This Ford Fiesta ST has a couple of great features that make life with a standard really easy. First of all, if you start releasing the clutch, even if you didn't go to the throttle, if the engine revs pull a little bit too low, it tickles the throttle for you, brings the revs up so it won't stall, and it makes it really easy to launch the vehicle without a stall. This does two things. First of all, avoids the stall, and it prevents wear and tear on your clutch, because a lot of drivers would spike the throttle too high and burn the clutch from overdoing it, trying to avoid a stall. So it just makes it so simple to launch the car. The other feature it has is hill holder. So when you've got the clutch all the way in, the car's in gear, you're on the brake pedal, you're on a steep incline, it holds the brakes for a few seconds so you can come off the brake pedal and get over to the throttle to launch the car. It holds the brakes just for a couple of seconds so that the car won't roll back during that period and you're able to make a smooth launch. Without that, if the vehicle starts to roll back and gains rearward momentum, a stall is really difficult to avoid at that point. Now, Subaru has had that feature for decades, but boy, does it ever make life easier for driving a standard transmission. That's your motoring tip of the week.